Hello, everyone. I am back to continue this Eurovision series where I'm going to be talking about Italy's song that will be representing Italy in the Eurovision Song Contest in Rotterdam this year. The song is titled Fai Rumore, and it is sung by the singer Diodato. He is an Italian singer, and this song is completely in Italian, which I love. I always love when songs are sung in their native language. Italy is in a really interesting place in Eurovision, in that yes, it is a part of the Big Five, but they've been actually sending quality songs, especially in recent years, to sort of get them out of that Big Five slump that a lot of the other countries are suffering in. And so last year with Mahmoud's entry for Soldi, that was one of my personal favorite songs from last year, and it came in second place. That was a huge win for them, and a lot of people are speculating that Italy has the momentum behind them to win Eurovision in the next few years. So, coming off of that, there's a lot of hype and expectation. Now, Mahmoud's entry was very urban, it was youthful. It was so unique for Eurovision and so unique for Italy in a way, too, because Italy has tended to be more on the traditional conservative end of things, I think, with the music that they've sent, as far as I'm aware. And this year is no different. We sort of are returning back to that more classical singer-songwriter, operatic ballad vibe, which personally this year I don't have a problem with, but I could see how it might be a bit of a snooze fest for some listeners. This song, Fai Rumore, is this really melancholic, lamenting ballad. And Diodato's vocals are extremely raw and personal, and I find this track, especially looking into the lyrics, this track has got so much meaning behind it. The literal translation is make noise, which kind of is alluding to what this track is about. Basically, at the end of a relationship, you find there's this untenable silence that is extremely difficult to adjust to after there was so much laughter and noise and conversation with your partner after you've broken up. You find yourself kind of constantly being reminded by not just visual things, but also sounds, music, different words, things you hear. And so this song is reconciling all of that at the end of a relationship. And yeah, like I said, I mean, it's very contemplative. And I think that you can hear that in the delivery. There's a real pain to this song. It's definitely kind of aching for what once was. And I think the emotional impact behind it is its strongest suit. A lot of people are saying that this is more of a kind of classic 90s Brit rock ballad. It's a little U2, it's a little Wonderwall. It's got a lot of that going for it, which I think is great. And I totally see those comparisons. I think the staging, it's very simple, elegant, a little bit dreary. He's just dressed in this black, coat. But I think the black suits, especially his very striking dark hair, to, like I said, kind of symbolize a bit of a funeral vibe, just because this song is very mournful and contemplative and nostalgic. So I don't really see them needing to do too much more to the staging beyond maybe making the lighting a little bit more ephemeral or mysterious, or just the spotlighting being a little stronger. I could see just like it's about those artful, unique things they do with subtle things with the lighting and stuff on stage. This is a subtle song, so it doesn't necessarily need, bombastic staging. Let's look at the lyrics here. So, translating the first half of the song, you know what I think? That I shouldn't be thinking. That if I think about it, then I'm an animal. And if I think about you, you're a soul. But maybe it's this storm that brings me to you. And I know I shouldn't be found without an umbrella. Even though I realize that, as far as I run away, I always come back to you. Who makes noise here? And I don't know if it's good for me if your noise suits me. But you make noise, yes, and I can't stand this unnatural silence between you and me. Yeah, speaks for itself. I think that the swell of this song that kind of carries that momentum of emotion really swells in the right way. This song definitely has that crest and then that fall with the wave of emotion that comes through. And his vocals are soft and understated, but then powerful when they need to be. So I'm really actually enjoying this track. I thought when I kind of began to listen to it that it was going to be a song that I would appreciate all of the lyrical content, but I wouldn't really get behind the sonic aspect, that it would be a little bit boring. I could see how some people, especially comparing it to Soldi, would be like, oh, this is so old fashioned and it's a bit of a snooze fest. I really hope that this song doesn't get lost in the mix because I think that this song could actually do really well, and I could see it easily being in the top 10. Obviously, it's automatically in the final, so we don't have to worry about that because, it's a big five country. But I definitely see this song having pretty good chances. I mean, maybe it's not the winner song for Italy, though. That's the only thing. I kind of don't necessarily see that, unfortunately, but who knows? A Salvador Sobral moment could happen. No one expected that song to do as well as it did, so maybe that's this moment for Italy. Maybe. It's just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this song is better or worse than that song. I don't necessarily like that song that won in 2017 as much. So who am I to say this song couldn't win? I think it has a real chance. Let me know in the comments what you think. The interesting thing is that I've heard some people say this song is a bit long. It's 3 minutes and like 40 seconds, which is a bit long for a Eurovision song, but Sanremo doesn't have like a limit on how long songs can be. So a lot of people are, saying this song is probably going to be redone. And unfortunately, a lot of it's going to be cut out, which is really unfortunate. I feel like Eurovision should at least allow an extension to 3 minutes and 30 seconds, possibly even 4 minutes. I know that they're really trying to keep, things on a certain time. I know that they're really worried about timing with live shows and everything. So I do understand that very draconian 3-minute rule for Eurovision songs. But at the same time, I don't like censoring and cutting up art. This is a song that should not have any verses taken out of it. This song does not feel too long. It feels like it's the right length, and I don't want to see verses taken out of it. So I definitely will not listen to whatever cut up version we get for, the Eurovision performances. But I highly recommend the full studio cut. But that is what it is. So let me know what you think and what you think this song's prospects are for Eurovision this year. And I will see you all in my next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you all in my next video. Peace, love, and light.